What up, everybody? It's Breeze from Rollin' Free TV. I got another episode for y'all. Trip on this. I'm going to grab my notepad right here. I know some people don't like it. I'm just getting started at all this. You guys always say some negative stuff in the comments. Well, guess what? Nobody's good at anything the first time they do it. I'm getting better and better as I go. Let's get into this. Today's topic, out bad. Doesn't quite carry the weight that it used to, if you know what I'm saying. So, I got some notes. I'm going to read a little bit, get into this. Out bad. The term out bad has been so watered down and misused and abused that it is virtually meaningless. Back in the old days, being put out bad was not some petty label you threw around because you didn't like somebody. It wasn't a tool for revenge. It wasn't something you used because your feelings got hurt, because someone questioned you, or because club politics didn't go your way. Out bad was an MC death sentence. The reason I gotta read all this is that's just too much to remember how it is and throw out to you guys. So, trip on this. It used to mean you did something you couldn't take back. Alright? Out bad was a heavy title, and it meant something. It meant when they ran into you, you might get hurt. Alright? Let's just put it like that. It wasn't because you had to leave for your family, or things weren't working out for you, yada yada. It meant something. It meant you stole. It meant you did something to somebody's old lady. It meant you were a snitch. All kinds of crazy stuff like that, right? I'm telling you. It meant you had crossed a line that could not be crossed. It meant you had done the unthinkable. You violated the trust of the club, the patch, and the table, the brotherhood, the charter, and the culture itself. It meant your name no longer carried weight and no longer mattered to your club. Your career was done. Today, people throw it around like gossip. So like I'm just reading there, it doesn't mean out good, and how many people go out good these days and stay out good? Some clubs you're going to go out bad just for leaving, period. So, it's a hard topic to cover. I'm out bad, so who better to do it myself? I've been out bad and back. So the first time I went out bad, I didn't go to the meeting. I seen what they were doing to people when they were walking out, and I figured I'd take my chances on the streets, homeboy. So I did it like that. The second time, I probably didn't leave right either, and I started running around with other crews, just running amok. So I don't know. I didn't snitch on them. I didn't steal from them. I didn't do nothing to their old ladies. So, and I was a prospect, and I've heard prospects can go out bad, but it just don't make much sense to me. And for me, I'm not trying to hang out there anyways. You think you're going to go out of a club and then just keep hanging out with them? That's weird. So, to go out bad, that means everybody sat down, everybody agreed some BS on you, and they all co-signed it and put that vote out and let the world know that you're no longer good here. So, there should be standards for that. I feel like there should be a little court about it. An assigned certain people should be able to look at it to make sure it's not just some people teaming up on the other one. I don't know. I ain't in no damn club, and I don't plan on getting in another one anytime soon, or ever, really. I'm just focused on my family. Out bad for me meant a lot of people stopped talking to me. Behind the scenes, some people did still talk to me, but, it was that MC death sentence. They're going to tell every club in your neighborhood not to talk to you, so your only chance to be around what you were around is to go to the other team, which is crazy, but that's where you find yourself. Um, that's where I find myself. You know, you guys raise your kids together. You see each other on a daily basis. You build these bonds, and then when you're out bad, it's no contact, and they all turn on you. True colors come out. You know, I maybe carried some resentment for a while, but now it just is what it is. It's not for everybody, and not everybody makes it. I ain't out bothering them, and they ain't bothering me. But if I pushed it or they pushed it, it becomes a problem real quick. So, you know, that out bad thing is a real thing, and it don't carry as much weight as it used to. It used to mean you did something detrimental and you were done for. And nowadays it's kind of maybe a slip up or you left or this and that. That, like I said, they'll give you that just for on base of leaving because you have something come up. You know, a club takes a lot of time and commitment. You're going to put these guys before anything, and they got a lot of events and parties. And you know, the guy I used right here, shout out Bo from Outlaw Archive. He gave me the picture of the guy I'm going to use for the thumbnail, and under his picture it said lack of participation. So even back then, you know, you don't, it's crazy. I seen Pee Wee saying, you know, that they do go fast, and you're only allowed to sniff it, but if you put it on a cigarette or something, that's smoking it, right? Or you're not allowed to, you know, turkey baster it. So there's a lot of crazy rules. You can go out bad like that. I've been out bad and back. I'm telling you. I prospected the first time. Didn't work out. They put me out bad. I took my year time out. Came back and sat down with somebody. I ran into somebody on the streets. And he's like, I can't see you and not give you a hug, dog. We got to fix this. And shout out to him. We go, you know, after he sees me, I'm in the next church. And 2 weeks after that, I got a brick on again. And I'm back running strong. And I did that for another 16 months and didn't work out again. And I'm out bad again. So they stopped talking to you. It was a trip to go out bad and back. I don't know how many people have done that. Probably a handful. But it was a trip to leave, come back, and do it again, and just still out bad. Dang. Can't get it right. So I'll grab my notes some more. Just chopping it up with you guys. I've been meaning to put this video out, man. I've been running all over California, dealing with stuff down here, over there, up here. But here I am, dog. And I'm doing this the best I can for you guys. Don't leave your little nerd comments about telling me how to do my job. I'm learning. I appreciate everybody who appreciates me, man. And hey, like, subscribe, follow, get yourself a membership. We're gonna start popping it off over there. And yeah, here we go. We'll get into these notes. Page 2. Now out bad is for walking away. Politics, favoritism, and now labeled out bad to damage their name. That's not culture, that's spite. Like I said, no one from that club is allowed to talk to you. If they get caught, they're going to be out bad. They're going to tell every club that supports them that you are no longer allowed at any of their functions. And if they, you know, if you go to one of those other clubs' functions and they see me there, you guys are out bad. And that's a trip, dude. You know, part of being a biker is being an outlaw, and you should be able to do whatever the hell you want, right? And nobody should be telling you what to do. There's a lot of rules. There's a ton of rules. I've never been good at following rules. And you tell me not to hit the red button, I'm hitting the red button. And that's just who I am, man. And you know, I can't drag myself down for not making it. I had my fun, and that's it. For me, it was like a carnival ride, right? You get on, have fun, and get off. That's the best you're going to get. I'm lucky I made it out. Let's get into a little something else. The 1% tab does not carry the weight it used to as well. I hate to say these things, but it's true. Because people wear them that, I don't know. I don't know. What is the right way to do it? Do you throw it on and just tell everybody F you? Is that the way to do it? Do you go to the top dog in your neighborhood, talk to them? Is that the best way to do it? There's a few ways to do these things, right? But I just know it doesn't carry the same weight it used to. Like a few tabs and a few clubs you used to have to do something for. It don't mean that no more. The three-piece patch used to mean something, right? If these little RCs and motorcycle ministries, whatever you want to call it, they were just like a circular one piece. That's how you knew that they're neutral. They're not having enemies and stuff like that, or they shouldn't. Or, they're not rocking three-piece patches. But it used to mean something. Now, anybody with a graphic designer and a Facebook page can just, Google up a little horse or, any kind of logo, a pig, a duck, a cow, and send it off to the screen printers and get a handful of dweebs. Hey, we're a club. And as a matter of fact, we're a 1% club. What is that? What is that? Nowadays, I feel like, a club used to be, if you see a club, there's probably not, like back in the day, if you see a club, there's probably not a clubhouse within 50 miles, right? They had their spots dug in. And if you were going to pass through there, you need to let one of them know. And if you're going to try to set up there, you're in trouble. But now, I can go outside of my damn trailer, throw a stick, I'm going to hit 3 dudes with weird patches on. So, the culture's tripping. I respect the top clubs. Always have, always will. Out bad or not. They all get my respect. They're doing what they're doing. They're living that lifestyle. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about people who are riding their coattails and ruining what those top 4 have created. I'm not going to say top 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's top 4. You know who they are. And that's who, if you're going to do it, go that way, right? I don't got the time or the energy anymore. I respect it, but my time is come and gone. I missed the boat. Nothing feels sacred anymore, right? When people start doing things like that, it becomes a joke and a costume. It doesn't hold any weight. MC used to be something earned. Now it's like Walmart. Pick a color, pick a patch, pick a rocker, and call yourself Prez. Another club is born. See, man, these notes, I'm telling you guys, that's what they do now. These guys, they watch a couple episodes of Sons of Anarchy, finance a bike and get a gun, and they forget they're a bitch. So, and the big dogs are going to come sweating you guys when it's time and you're out there and you put on all your little funny bunny patches and hit the streets. There's probably going to be trouble. And I try to warn people when they're going for that. It's not, what you think. You're just going to slap it all on and have fun. So here's the truth about all that. You can buy a patch, but you can't buy respect. You can buy a rocker, but you can't print history. Put someone out bad, but that doesn't make it true. And you can call yourself an MC all day long, but if you're not repping the old school ways, honor, discipline, structure, and respect, then you're not helping the culture. You're helping bury it. So think about that. Everything I've been talking about for these few minutes here, this is stuff that guys you're raised into. Your grandpa was a biker. That makes your daddy a biker. Then you become a biker. And probably, hopefully the next generations will be bikers too, right? So you can come into it and learn how to do it, but it's really something you're more like born into. In my perspective, it is really a lifestyle, and you learn the ways of all the people around you. It's a culture, man, and you go with whatever club is in your town and you're seeing the most, right? So these are things that guys have built their whole lives on, their whole families. That's why the wars go on, is because it goes back far, like I just said. And once you cut into that, it's a hard patch to cover up. And so we're talking guys in the 60s that were putting in work to earn their patches and to make sure their club stood out and survived through the years. And it was hard work and dedication and blood, sweat, and tears. And now people are just walking in, print one up, slap it on me. And there's no respect in that. So when the culture's all dried up and you're looking around and you're thinking you can't tell what's real from fake. You got nobody to thank but yourself and the people that did that with you. You'll be looking right across at somebody with a patch on that they didn't earn. And that's facts. So that's the end of my little out bad this and that, but I'll throw in a couple out bad stories of people of how they went out bad. I know a homeboy in Alaska that I think he lived at the clubhouse and there's like an apartment above it or something. He took a steak out of he took a steak out of the freezer and took it into his apartment on the same property and cooked it, but he forgot to tell somebody, or he just didn't mean to and he thought he was sneaky. And he's out bad. That's stealing. They probably would have said, go ahead and grab it. But he decided to take it, and that got him out bad. I seen people get put out bad for being at a titty bar, and all of a sudden the other team rolls up, and they say, come on out. And there's way too many of them for one guy to deal with. And he didn't go out there. Guess what? Next meeting, you're out bad. And probably got rolled. I've heard of dudes going out bad for going to town vegetable market, whatever the heck those are, the little street markets, right? A bunch of vendors out having a good time. He went to walk in. They said, you can't leave your, you can't have your patch here. You're going to need to, go home and change before you come in here. He went back, folded it up, put it in the car. Somebody seen him out bad. He left his cut in the car to go get some avocados and come back out bad. There's a lot of ways to go out bad, man. I've seen a dude lie and get pulled up on it out bad. 40-year members could have a bad night and go out bad. So, like I said, now there's teams that if you leave, you're out bad. What's the point? Because how long does anybody stay out good? Do you know anybody who's out good who stayed that way? Let's say it's you. You got a motorcycle. You've been in the program. You patched out. You're doing your thing. You go out bad. Or you just go out. You're out. Are you gonna call the guys, text the guys, see what they're doing, try to get in the clubhouse and hang out? Probably not. You're probably not welcome there anyways, so you're soon to be out bad. And chances are you pissed off the wrong person in your charter, because it's all about seniority and politics and favoritism. So if you made a certain person mad, then he can make your life hell real easy. I don't have much more to say on here. I've been trying to make this video for a few days. I got a lot of important facts out. Out bad should be stealing from the club, ratting, doing bang bang to somebody's old lady. I don't know. It needs to be stuff like that. It needs to be something with some value, not just I don't like that dude, put him out bad. It is what it is. If anything, thanks to them for just putting me out like that, and we parted our separate ways. So I don't know what else to tell you guys, man. Shout out to prestigious_labs on Instagram. Everybody go follow them. Shout out to Deathcore. Shout out to Prison POV and Splinter. Shout out to Vegas at Vegas Profile Stories. Rick, man, for helping me do all this. Shout out to the Outlaw Archive, man. And shout out to you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I like doing this. I got some more bangers coming up for you. I got a homie that's going to get on here and we're going to talk about, things that can happen out in the wild. And I don't want to say it so some other ding dong steals it before I do it, but it'll be a good one. I think you guys are going to like it. I'll ask some more people to come on and hey, everybody have a great day. Keep the damn rubber side down and catch you on the flip side.